everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to understand how to automate AI-based webinar promotional emails. So I'm a marketing manager in a coaching business, and over here I have to write promotional emails for all the new webinars that are hosted by the owners. Now, writing all the promotional emails for each and every webinar manually is very time consuming and hectic task. So to solve this problem, I have created an AI agent using Pabbly Connect. So now, how this AI agent is going to work? In my Google Sheets, I add the data of the new webinar like the title, description and the date and time. So now, as soon as I'm going to add all these details in my Google Sheets, automatically using all the details, an AI agent is going to generate the promotional email for that webinar. And as it is going to generate the email, to create the systematic record, I'm going to add that generated content back in my Google Sheets. So now if you want to learn how to create this amazing AI agent for yourself, for your business, then let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to automate AI-based webinar promotional emails. So as a marketing manager of an online coaching business, I use Google Sheets to input and manage all the details of the upcoming webinars, including the title, date, and the description of the webinar. Then I use an AI agent to generate compelling promotional email content based on the data added in Google Sheets. This allows me to automate the creation of email campaigns that are tailored for each specific webinar. After the promotional email is going to be generated by the AI agent, automatically it is going to be added back in my spreadsheet in this manner right here. With everything organized in Google Sheets, I can easily manage the promotion process and ensure all webinar details are included in my emails for seamless marketing automation. And I'm going to create this amazing AI agent using Pabbly Connect. But before that, firstly, I'm going to show you how this AI agent works in real time. So this is the spreadsheet. In the spreadsheet, I'm going to add the data of the webinar title, date and time, and the description. So you can see right over here, I've added all the details in the spreadsheet. This is the title, that is how to build a successful e-commerce store. This is the date, that is June 5th, 2025 at 2 p.m. And the description is discover step-by-step strategies. Okay. So as soon as I've done that, you can see automatically in front of all of you, an AI agent has generated the email content and added back in my spreadsheet. Subject line is unlock the secret of e-commerce success, join our exclusive webinar. Dear recipient's name, are you ready to transfer your dreams into reality? Join us on June 5th, 2025 at 2 p.m. for an exclusive webinar of how to build a successful e-commerce store. This amazing promotional email is generated by my AI agent and is automatically been updated in my spreadsheet right here. Okay. So this is how this AI agent is going to work in real time, and we're going to build it with the help of Pabbly Connect. For that, on a new tab, browse the website of Pabbly Connect. That is www.pabbly.com/connect. So I'm going to browse the website, and then Pabbly Connect's landing page is going to appear in front of you. On the landing page, you have two options, sign in or sign up for free. If you're an existing user, you can directly sign in to your Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. I am an existing user, so I'm going to directly sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. Then you can see the all Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the applications that Pabbly provides, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right over here. After that, Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here that says Create Workflow. Firstly, it is asking for the workflow name, which is going to be AI Agent to Automate Webinar Promotion Emails. So this is the name I want to give to my workflow. And for the folder on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created these many folders in my Pabbly Connect account. And from these folders, I'm going to select a specific one in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select AI agents as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is then created over here in the name of AI agent to automate webinar promotion emails, and you can see that there are two windows in front of you. One is the trigger window, other is the action window. So what is trigger and action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two principles. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means what is action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first, and for the trigger application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Google Sheets. As in my Google Sheets, I keep the record of the recent webinar that I'm going to host, the title, date and time, and the description. I want that as soon as I'm going to add these details over here in my spreadsheet, the trigger over here should capture the response of that. And that is why for my trigger application, I've selected it as Google Sheets, and the trigger event over here is going to be new or updated spreadsheet row. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. Now using this unique webhook URL and by following the steps given here below in the help desk, I am going to build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. Firstly, I'm going to copy this URL from here and open my spreadsheet that I want to connect. Now over here from the panel, I'm going to go to extensions, add-ons and get add-ons option right here. Then this window is going to appear in front of you, on which on the search apps panel, I'm going to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks over here. You can see that I have already installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, so I'm going to move forward. But if you have not installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, please do install it so that with the help of this webhook, you can build a connection between your Pabbly Connect and this spreadsheet. After installing, go back to your spreadsheet and refresh this from here. After refreshing the spreadsheet, I'm going to go back to extensions, and now you can see an option Pabbly Connect webhooks. I'm going to click on it. From the drop down, I'm going to go to this initial setup option right here. After coming to the window of initial setup, it is asking for the webhook URL. So I'm going to paste the webhook URL right over here in this field that Pabbly Connect has provided me. For the trigger column, it says the trigger column will be your final data column on which of the data is added. The whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So in my spreadsheet, my trigger column is going to be column C, because in this column, whenever I'm going to add the webinar description, that is going to be the final data, the entire row's data is going to be forwarded towards this webhook URL. So my trigger column over here is going to be column C. After entering the webhook URL and selecting the trigger column, I'm going to click on this submit button right here. It says setup configured successfully. So now I'm going to go back. The steps that I'm going to tell you right now are super important. So please do not forget to follow them. Go back to extensions and Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now from the drop down, you need to select this option that is send on event. It is mandatory to click on send on event because as soon as you're going to enter the new data in this spreadsheet is going to send that data to Pabbly Connect. Okay, that is why it is mandatory to click on send on event. So this is how you set up the connection between your Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. Now go back to the workflow and scroll down. It says waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether Google Sheets is successfully connected to Pabbly Connect or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the data of a new webinar that I'm hosting in future over here in the spreadsheet. And after adding the details, I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect automatically captures the response of the new data or not. Okay, so let me add all the details right here. So you can see right over here, I've added the new data. This is the title, that is SEO Essentials for Beginners. The date is June 15th, 2025 at 11 a.m. And this is the description, a comprehensive guide of understanding SEO and boosting your website traffic. So this is the entire data of the new webinar. After adding the details, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down. And yes, you can see the response has been captured. The title is the SEO Essential for Beginners. This is the same description you can see right over here with the date as June 15th, 2025 at 11 a.m. So you can see the response has been captured successfully in my trigger. This means that Google Sheets is connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step, as now we have the webinar details. Using the details, an AI agent is going to generate the promotional email for that webinar for us. For the AI agent, I'm using it as OpenAI. If you want to use any other AI platforms like Google Gemini as your AI agent, you can definitely choose that according to your requirement. I'm going to set up my action step, in which for the action application, I'm going to select it as OpenAI right here. An action event is going to be ChatGPT. And then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection. Then it is asking for the token. Using the token, we are going to build the connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect. So in order to generate a token, go to this hyperlink given here below in the help desk right here. API keys page of your OpenAI account is then going to appear in front of you. And now to generate a new key, click on this create button on the top right corner. Firstly, we need to name the key. So for the name of the key over here, I'm going to write it as new key. Okay, so this is the name of the key I want to give. For the project, I'm going to select it as default, permissions as all, and then I'm going to create the key by clicking on this button. I'm going to copy this token and paste it in this field and click on this save button. You can see OpenAI has now been connected to Pabbly Connect. After connecting, firstly it is asking for me to select the AI model. For the AI model, I'm going to use GPT-4o mini, but if you want to use any other AI models right over here, you can select it from this drop down right here. After selecting the AI model, it is asking for the prompt. Prompt is the text with the help of which an AI agent is going to generate the content according to our requirement. In the prompt, we have to specifically enter all the things that we want and do not want in the generated content. So for the prompt over here, I'm going to write it as... So this is the prompt that I have right here. You are an AI content generator. Create an engaging subject line and body content for the following webinar promotion. These are all the details that are going to be entered. The email should be concise, highlighting the value and the key takeaways for the participants without including a call to action. So this is the prompt that I have. You can see right over here, in which I mentioned all the things that I want. Okay. So over here it is asking for the webinar details. Now for the data of these fields, I'm going to map the data, which is inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. How it works is that as soon as I'm going to select the field, the previous step is going to appear in front of you, and as I'm going to click on it, the response that was captured in our previous step is going to appear right here. It is asking for the webinar title, for which we have to generate the promotional email, and this is the webinar title for which I want to generate the email. So I'm going to select the data of the title from my previous response. As now I've selected the data of the title from my previous response, the data is mapped, and as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Similarly, for the date and time, I'm going to map the data, and for the description as well, I'm going to map the data. After entering the prompt, I'm going to simply click on the save and send test request button right here. As I've done that, we have received a response, which is a positive response. In the response, we have received the message content, and this is the content generated by my AI agent. This is the subject line: unlock the secrets of SEO, joined our free webinar. This is the body: dear recipient name, get ready to elevate your online presence. We are excited to invite you to our upcoming webinar, SEO Essentials for Beginners, happening on this date. The comprehensive session is designed specially for those new to search engine optimization. Okay, you can see right over here, this is the email that has been promotional email generated by my AI agent related to the webinar that I have entered in my Google Sheets. So as now the email is generated, I want to add this email back in my spreadsheet to create the systematic record. For that, I'm going to add an action step in this workflow, and for the action application, I'm going to select it as Google Sheets. Action event over here is going to be update row, as now we're going to update this row with the data. And then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, then click on this sign in with Google button right here. This window is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for me to choose an account. So we need to select that account in which we have created our spreadsheet and want to update our data. So this is my account right over here. So I'm going to select this account from here. After selecting the account, it is asking for the permission for this account. For that, I'm going to click on this allow button, as this is a safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this allow button right here. And you can see I've successfully authorized Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing firstly for the spreadsheet, I'm going to select as webinar schedule emails. So for the spreadsheet, I'm going to select it as webinar schedule emails. After that, it is asking for the sheet. For the sheet, I've created a single sheet in the name of sheet 1. So for the sheet, I'm going to select it as sheet 1. For the row index, in this Google Sheet step, we have received the row index, so I'm going to map the data. I don't want to update the title, time, date, or the description. I want to update the email content, so I'm going to map the data of the email content generated by my AI agent. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to simply click on this save and send test request button. We have received a response, which is a positive response. If I'm going to open my spreadsheet, and yes, you can see my spreadsheet is updated with the email content right here that was generated by my AI agent. This is the same subject line and the body. Okay. So you can see as the spreadsheet is updated, this is how this AI agent is created with the help of Pabbly Connect. And as now everything is done, this means you successfully created this amazing automation, this AI agent. So now to sum till now what we have done, the trigger is Google Sheets new updated spreadsheet row. So now as soon as I'm going to add the data of the new webinar in the spreadsheet, the trigger is going to capture the response of that. As over here we have the details of the webinar, using that an AI agent, OpenAI ChatGPT is going to generate the promotional email. As the promotional email is going to be generated for that webinar, automatically that email data has been updated back in my spreadsheet with Google Sheets update row to create the systematic record. And in this manner, I have created this amazing AI agent using Pabbly Connect. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.